I picked up this sled sight unseen just a few days ago. You will never guess what I paid for this sled, unless you already read the title of the video and you know it's $250. Yeah, we got our $250 race sled. Just like the last sled, the green one that's sitting in the garage right there, I bought this sled sight unseen for $250. That's right, I know absolutely nothing about it. Let's get it unloaded and let's see what we got. Man, the sleds are multiplying around here. So along with the two stored in the back, we got this one that we've been working on. That's the $1,000 sled. And then we got like the coolest Turbo Alpha sitting here. That doesn't even work. And then we got the one that isn't here. So we're up to 6 sleds. Wow, our fleet is growing quick here now. The next project sled sitting next to the other sled that we just picked up a few days ago. That one's not a project sled. You guys are probably gonna be pissed about it, but whatever. That's right, when I buy these sleds, I buy them 100% sight unseen. So I don't even know what I'm getting. But I think it makes the video funny. How badly does Matt get screwed over? That's the video. For $250, I don't know if we could really get screwed over at all. There's some extra parts, I'll go grab those. I'm super excited to show you guys what this thing has for a power plant in it though. I guess we're building a race sled. The first 6 is race sled. Okay, now let's do our check over and let's see exactly what it is. It is a 93, I'm pretty sure. Here I am, I'm waiting for you Ski-Doo guys to come out of the woodwork and help me out with this thing just a little bit. All the info I have on this thing right now is that it's an abandoned project. So before I grab some goodies from the back of the truck, let's check under the hood. That's right, it's a triple. It's a 779 triple. He tried to preserve it. The spark plugs weren't in the whole way. Oh, this whole engine might be fucked. Oh, that looks really good though. Can you guys see anything? Okay, well, I'll leave that alone for now. I'll show you some other stuff, but my information that I got on this thing was that there was an electrical fire or something like that. I have not even tried to pull the motor. The whole motor might be seized for all I know. And as for project sleds, they always come with the big old bag of bin of spare parts. So we got the gas rack here, headlight, spare belt, shock. Yeah, this shock is brand new. So we had this as a project sled, which is a really weird place to start, is by replacing the shocks on a sled that doesn't even run. Yeah, you think normally when you start a project, the first thing you do is figure out why the sled doesn't run, right? But we got new shocks instead. Okay, so I just looked up the price of this shock, and this shock alone is $130. So right there, in that new shock, is half of what I paid for the sled. And then that looks like an old blown shock. Is that the mountain grab bar? Whoa, that's retro, man. We got triples. And not only are they triples, that's right, we got stingers. This sled is going to be super loud. I used to be pretty confident on the motor, but now that I've seen how this thing has been stored, I'm only like 50-50 on the motor condition now. So that went down a lot. But those pipes sitting over there are worth way more than what we paid. Here, I'll even put the seat on to make it look more complete. So what I believe that we have here is a 1993 Mach Z. For being a 1993, this thing has a crazy amount of track going for it. I think it's like a 141 or something, because it looks a little long to be a 136 track. I could be wrong, so we still have to do some looking, so we still got to do some finding out about this thing as we work on it, but this is a crazy amount of track for the year. Yeah, like down the road, if we wanted to go nuts, we could do like a studded track or even like a wide body tunnel it, and we could go nuts on it, but let's get it running first. One step at a time. Let's not go replacing shocks on a sled that doesn't even run. So we're back to the trailing arm suspension. Yeah! Never broke one of those before. And even this one's a little bit tweaked, but yeah, no surprise there. I'm gonna guess this is where the shock got replaced from, because that bolts in backwards. Yeah, it should look like this side, so I'm gonna say that they've been in there and they were toying with stuff, so I'm gonna say that's the replaced shock. I don't see anything cracked or anything too excessively bent. What is going on? Oh my god, I live with animals.
The normal rotten stuff.
This pipe sits really... This is like a mod hood or something because none of the clusters are cut out. Unless they came from the factory like that and then you had to do your own cutting then. I don't know. Some Ski-Doo guy will know. The control center here. The brakes are really... Hopefully some of this stuff still works, but... Oh, I fucking doubt it. Yeah, this was really the race-inspired sled, so this was actually built a little bit. So somebody actually wanted to use this as a race sled, or had used it as a race sled. You know what they say about brakes, don't you? The seat has definitely seen some better days, but that's alright, it's there. Sorry, no goodies to go through like on the Mod 7 back there. Oh yeah, you can't buy a sled without finding Fireball in it for some reason. Do I even dare? That's old. So much of this sled already is an if it works list. Okay, let's open up the hood. I placed the pipes in so it looks a little more presentable. Yeah, don't you miss when you could just open up a sled and work on it? Start on this side since we're over here, and I didn't realize the clutch guard is what held this whole piece of shit together. We'll kind of have to dive into these clutches a little bit another day, but no flat spots on the rollers. These are all under tension right now, so I can't really check them all that great, so we'll dive into that another day. This is turning. I mean, that's good, right? No quick clickers, which is actually a pretty big surprise to me. Yeah, especially on a mod sled like this. Yeah, that motor suddenly worries me. I was really hoping it was going to be good, but seeing how it was stored, now I'm worried that moisture got in there. So even though this thing's kind of a mouse nest and it's sitting here, it looks really cool. But here's where things start to get a little scary. Okay, so that's the main harness. And then this is just pyro, right? Oh, that one broke off right there. Okay. Just from looking at that, this whole system might be garbage. There's no airbox in there, but if it was used as a race sled, that might be okay. That might be normal. We got triple carbs, so we got to do a bunch of carb sync. We'll have to probably rebuild all of those, so we'll get in there. That'll be a whole video. We got triples, triple everything. Okay, we got fuel shut off there, which runs to our tank, and there, that answers that issue. All these lines need to be replaced. They are so brittle. At this point, it's me going through everything on the sled for the first time and just my initial impressions of the unit. So then we go down to our probes. That's fine. We'll probably scrap this whole system for now anyway. But it does plug into one thing here, so I gotta figure out what it's tapping into. That might just be for power. The stator wires were the first thing I wanted to check. Okay, and then we got a shitload of things running to ground there. There they are. There's the stator wires. This is what I was worried about right here. It ain't looking so hot, so we definitely have a stator issue, or at least a connector issue, because these will sometimes just burn up too. Yeah, so it's going to be lots of wiring to figure out here. Yeah, there could have been a fire in a few different ways here. Coolant system has coolant. That's good. I'm going to guess the brake caliper is just fine. It's going to be our master cylinder assembly that's going to be kaput. Triples. Okay, so these are the exhaust silencers. Literally the size of a monster can. When the day comes that we finally get to ride this thing, I'm going to need to probably wear earplugs to rip on it. Do we dare check the chain case oil? I say yes. This better be a dipstick. Good. Chain case oil looks good. It's proper level and everything. And that is the brief once-over of the $250 race sled. Something is just not right here. Okay, so this is what it is. That one shock is sagging, which is weird because this is the one with the backwards hardware. And the carbides are more worn on this ski than the other one, so the whole side of the unit's sitting a little lower here on the right. So we have a list of things for the next video. We have to check out the engine a little better. Then after that, we need to investigate the stator. Like, the truth is, the stator's probably fine, because a lot of the times those connections just get a little corrosion in them, and then they burn up. Ideally, if I can find a whole wiring harness for that, I would just do that. The whole fuel system needs to be done. The clutches need to be inspected. But this would be sweet sled. If we could mod this thing out and get that 779 tripled to just scream, we could actually do a little bit of racing for once.
Ben, I'm building up your race sled. You better be ready.
Okay, next video, I think is going to be more diagnostics. We'll get it running. No, we probably won't get it running. But by the end of next video, I think we'll know what we need to get to have it running. I'm still looking for the PHAZER 2 and the Exciter 2 chassis. I still need those two things. If you have one around, I'll give you not near what it's worth. Links, the description, Facebook, Instagram, Discord, Backcountry Gamers. Thanks for watching. End video.